Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 25. How are we doing, guys? Welcome back. Welcome. As you can see, we are into September 2. I always say that at the beginning of an episode, but you know, it's just more for those people who don't really pay attention to like the days and the months that we are in. But yeah, we are into September 2 and we've got quite a bit to do today, including this little bit of weeding, and then we've got to get on with our baling. We have to do the baling today, guys, because we have to go into the next month. We also have a massive pile of flour to sell, so that is something that we're going to have to do today as well. Why have we not got any we have run out of water again. We have run out of water again in the sheep. I have done it once again. That is terrible. Right, so we're going to have to fill up that as well. Yeah, I need to get more capacity in here. I put a water point in there to make life easier, and I'm still getting to give the sheep water. Yeah, that is absolutely terrible. Also means we've lost a lot of money this month as well, or in this part of the month. So that is not going to go down well with the spinnery. It's a good job we have quite a bit in the spinnery, so we didn't really need it. It's going to take a good month for the health to go back up. They've lost all the health, which means obviously, you know, no wool for us. That is terrible. I can't believe I've done it again. Now, I was just going to get on with this, and I think into a timeout, and I think that's probably going to be the best way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into a little bit of a timeout because we've got quite a bit to do. I think we're going to sell some. We're going to go and get all the pallets and stuff. We need to put water into the sheep as well. So yeah, we've got quite a bit to do, guys. We'll get done what we can in the next couple of minutes. Right, there we go, guys. That is a good couple of minutes worth of time lapse, and we got a lot done. We got the water topped up in the sheep. We got the well, we got the 2 headlands done on this field. We've got the field herbicide. So yeah, we've got quite a lot done, and as you can see in that time lapse, did you see how many pallets are at the side of our windmill? I'm thinking that maybe the dairy should go onto auto sell from now on, guys. We don't use any other production like the bakery. We should buy the bakery. We have all that flour. We should buy the bakery. I just thought, if we buy the bakery, we've got something to do with the flour. We can have the flour moved over to the bakery automatically, and then we just have to go and sell the bread. Guys, why aren't we selling the? Right, let's go and sell the canola oil. Let's go and sell the stuff at the dairy. Let's see what we can do at the bakery's right there next to the farm. Let's start using it. Do you know what? Let's just go and have a little look in here. This is the bakery. So that is it there. Oh, it's £150,000. Oh, maybe I see why we don't have the bakery. Okay, so we can't get the bakery this year. Wow, that was expensive. I didn't think that was going to be as expensive as that. Wow. I don't know what I was expecting price-wise, but I wasn't expecting 150,000. Maybe we look at the small one. Maybe we look at the small one. We can put the small one on the farm. Put the flour into it. I can imagine the small one's not going to be great. But then again, we've got all year to make it, you know, and once the flour's in, we've got all year. You know, we're going to run out of sorghum probably as we change into the next month. We're probably going to run out of sorghum anyway. I am trying to just keep a little bit of money to one side just for the sugar beet production. That is obviously we're going to have to buy the small one of those. Yeah, we might end up having to buy a couple of them. Because I don't want to waste all that sugar beet by just selling it. But if we do just sell it, it might buy the bakery. So, a genuine question between now and when we harvest the sugar beet. Do we sell the sugar beet direct to the nearest place so we can buy the bakery so we can do the flour? Or do we buy a very small 36 grand production for the sugar beet? We keep it and we process all of it. Maybe the end of the series can be when we process that entire field in a small production. But yeah, I know a couple of maps came out. Well, a map came out yesterday, like a 4-time survival map. It did look quite good actually. Would be okay for like a survival challenge where we just start with a car, a chainsaw, and I don't know, a tenner. Always like to start with a tenner, just in case. I always call it dinner money. Or lunch money if you're, you know, not from the north of England. That's right, guys, let's start a debate. It's breakfast, dinner, and tea. Yep. I'm going to start that debate. Come on, let's argue about it in the comments. Breakfast, dinner, and tea. If you say breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're just wrong. Just want to point that out there. You're just wrong. Yeah, we've got quite a bit. We've got quite a bit done today. I'm very happy with just how much we've got done up to now. Yeah, all that flour. Yeah, I do. I think we get the. I think we get the sugar beet. I want to know how many of them trees belong to me. That'd be quite handy. How many of them trees belong to me? Well, I'll tell you why. I'm thinking if we chop some of them trees down, guys, that's where our sugar beet production could go. Right there, next to the field. How easy would that be for dropping off loads of sugar beet? Like, I can put it up there again, but then I've got to go in the XML and change them in that again. Got loads to do. We've got loads to do and loads to think about. That's the good thing with this series. Our farm has gone from like basic equipment, and to be honest with you, we are still using some of that basic equipment. You know, we still have the Massey Ferguson. We've still got this baler. We've still got the seeder. We've still got the mower we started with. You know what I mean? Although the mower we started with, I didn't even know it had all like the mulching modes and stuff. That reminds me, I need to mulch that other field. Could have been doing that today with a worker. But I don't want to do too much with a worker, guys, because at the end of the day, we do have winter coming up. There's not going to be loads to do over winter. It's going to be kind of production based and things that are just, yeah, you know, like mulching, ploughing, you know, slurrying kind of thing. There's just going to be things like that. That's kind of what we're going to be aiming for in the winter months. Plus we do in October and November, we do have the sunflower field and the sugar beet harvest, as well. But we do have quite a busy time. I'm not really sure how it's gonna go for the sugar beet. We're probably gonna have quite a lot of time-lapse episodes because, well, I've got 4 episodes at the most to get that field done. 10,000 litres at a time. We're probably going to rent a bigger trailer just to try and make our life a little bit easier, because as you can imagine, 10,000 litres in our harvester is going to fill up in about 3 seconds flat. Do you know what I mean? So that's going to be quite a slow process. But what we'll do is, because it's ready at the same time as the sunflowers, we'll use our like little blue trailer there for the sunflowers. And we'll get a worker on the harvester and we'll just basically empty the harvester. That's how we'll go around doing it. But we'll kind of concentrate on the sugar beet. Again, we'll have a worker driving the harvester and we'll do all like the running around and stuff. I think that's going to be the best way we can do it, really. Yeah, we've definitely got a lot done today, and I am very happy with the amount we've got done. Now, I do need to get into wrapping this, which is why I haven't gone into another time lapse to finish it. I thought we might just wrap this in a time lapse. Oh. Hey, yeah, genuine, guys. Genuine thing, guys. I'm touching wood. You know, as I say, you know that saying, touch wood. My steering wheel works today. Done absolutely nothing. But I have got a new problem with the PC. I have a 2.5 bit connection, but I have like a 1200 megabit connection. Internet connection. If I leave my Ethernet connection on 2.5, it keeps randomly disconnecting. I know fine well it's the latest drivers. I updated the drivers a few weeks ago, and I've kind of had the problem for about a week. It's really weird because it hasn't always done it. But yeah, at the moment it just seems like we go from like one problem to another. Considering the PC is like a few months old from its build, it's really annoying that we just seem to have these problems. But I've been trying all these different settings in the Ethernet settings, just kind of talking of what, like, the issues I've been having and stuff, but, you know, and you know the steering wheel one. But yeah, we've been really plagued with some very buggy issues, really. I think the best thing we can do right now, I'm going to get into this. Before we start the time lapse, I'm going to include driving to the dairy in the time lapse, because we've got some stuff we need to sell. Like I say, canola oil is nearly out. We've nearly processed all that. That's nearly gone. Let's get that up there. let's get the fabric. Now, I know fabric doesn't necessarily sell at the best price this time of year, but what it is for me, guys, is we're selling it as we've got it. We don't want any of it to go off. We don't like the flower, for example. We don't want weevils and things like that, so we sell it as and when it's ready. But one thing I do want to start doing is, if we do get the flower, if we do get like the bakery, for example, we will start, what is it, we'll start doing the, you know, like the distribution from the production, so we don't have to worry about it. But I'm thinking maybe it's time we put the dairy stuff onto automatically sell. It's a long way to go. Now we're having to use super strength for like 1 or 2 pallets. Like, I could wait till next month, we'd have more products. But I want to get this new production in place for the sugar beet. I want to get that kind of in place. I want to get it ready so that when it comes to doing the sugar beet, we can just crack on. Also, if we can put the full size production in, I would much like to do that. Just genuine question, how much is in there? There won't be a lot, will it? 58 litres. I was just wondering if it was like a few hundred litres. I thought, is it worth taking the goat milk with us to the dairy? So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to get this into a time lapse. I'm going to load the dairy. I'm going to sell this at that sell point next to our farm. I don't care if it's the best price or not. And then we're going to start wrapping some bales. This is taking forever. I genuinely forgot how slow this was. We really do need to invest in a baler wrapper so we can be doing this all at once. Imagine if we had a little 3-meter mower on the front, a baler, and a wrapper in one. And alright, it would technically take longer, but it also wouldn't if you think about it. Sorry, I had to go quiet for a minute. I have just had a little sneezing fit. Wow. But yeah, imagine if we had like a little 3-meter mower on the front. We had a little baler on the back, you know, a little baler wrapper on the back, and we were just going up and down and up and down, up and down. At least we'd be bloody baling and wrapping all at once. This wrapper is just so slow. Now, I know this wrapper is cheap. We will point that out, guys. It is cheap. We know that. It's like 16 grand for a wrapper. And it works well for what we need. It does work well for what we need. I was meant to change the colour of the wrap this year and I forgot. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, maybe if something good comes up in the shop. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at this thing. That's the one we originally wanted to buy. It's 14 meters wide and holds 16,000 liters. Trust it to come up in the shop when my money is spoken for. Now, this is going to take me a few more minutes just to finish these off, as you can see, guys. So, yeah, we haven't got overly long left, but it would be nice if we could maybe replace this wrapper. This wrapper is just so slow. Proper terrible. What we've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It takes about 30 seconds to wrap a bale. To pick it up, wrap it and drop it, it's about 30 seconds a bale. But when you think about it, that's a long time. Now I know technically, you know, IRL, that is kind of what it would probably be like, kind of thing. But you know, when we're just simulating a game, 30 seconds to wrap one bale is a long time. Now we are running very low on. You know, let's just, while that's just wrapping, let's just have a little look. We'll go down into. So the cheapest one is the McHale, which is what we've got. 125 centimeters. We've got the power for that. We've got the size, and it's £102,000. If we were to get rid of our, let's just have a look at our windrow. So that's like 10 grand. So that's about 12 grand at the shop. That's like 7 grand at the shop. So yeah, well, that's a long way from being possibly ready. Now, we need money in the bank because we need to pay for the sugar beet production. We need money in the bank because we need to rent a sunflower header. We will probably buy a sunflower header eventually. I kind of just want to see how well the sunflowers yield and stuff. Now obviously the yield this year won't be the best because it hasn't been limed, so we know we can get better than that. We know that. Our farm has come a long way over the years. Come a long way, and like I say, we're into year 4 now. That's nice. Three more. Yeah, it's been a very time-lapsey episode. I did say it would be like that today. I did warn people we're going to get lots of farm work done today. I've got to decide what to do with this bakery. Can we just have a look? Stone crusher mill. Food. I'm gonna have to load some of these in my test world so I can actually look what we're doing. Like that dairy there at 36 grand, I know. Do you know what I mean? Imagine if they had a something for that. What annoys me with this, just I'm gonna kind of just give you a thing with this. What annoys me with this one is it doesn't tell me how many things per month it does without, you know, without putting it down. That annoys me because, like, there's the sugar mill. See, what I'm thinking, guys, is this. What I'm thinking is this. I genuinely am. Something like that. But again, it doesn't tell us how much we can process. I'm just gonna go. Bakery's 150. That bakery's 150. We're looking for the sugar mill. The sugar mill is £240,000, which is well out of our price range. If anyone watching can tell me what the processes are for all them small businesses. Now, I know they're not going to be as quick as a normal one, but we're not going to be putting sugar mill. We're not going to be putting sugar beet in that field down there. Anyway, what I'm thinking, guys, is that new field there where the sugar beet is. I'm thinking that maybe goes grass. I said in the last episode we need more silage per year. If we put that as grass, we can maybe put this as carrots, parsnips, beetroot. We can put a small little production where the old spinnery used to be there, which is right next to it, and we can alternate this crop as a root crop. That's what I'm thinking, but we do need more grass. This silage won't last a year, and I don't fancy doing this contract like twice. Not contract. I don't fancy doing this kind of grass work twice. If we can just do grass work once, that's what I would prefer to do. But yeah, if anyone can let me know what all these little processes do and the usages and how quickly they can process stuff, and I tell you what, if someone can make me a little table, honestly, I'd massively love you a long time for it, to be quite honest with you. I can do it, it's just having time to do it, and peace and quiet, and yeah. I've got basically all my kids are on holiday now for the summer, so I've got I've got a hectic house at the moment. But as you can see, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 pallets of flour, and we've still got 13,000 litres left to process. We're about to pop out another canola oil. But we've only got 487 litres of canola left, so the canola oil will be the final pallet. But we will get a little bit more out of the yeah, lovely. But no, guys, I'm gonna leave this episode here. We have got loads done today, and I mean absolutely loads. I didn't think we'd get as much as we did done, to be honest. I'm just double checking the foods before we go off, so I can be like, look, I'll do this afterwards. Food, I've got a little bit left. Yeah, 9,000. It annoyed me. I had to buy food for him. I'm thinking it's time to get rid of this tanker. Not this one, but you know the tanker we got by the water? We got the exact same one. I'm thinking it's maybe time to get rid of this one at the water. Maybe buy another one of these because it holds more. And then that way dealing with the sheep's water won't take as long in future, because that did take a few back trips backwards and forwards. As you can see, we've got a good amount of water in there for now. They're already back up to 70%. Plenty of food. Cows have got, yeah, the cows are making some really good milk at the moment, and they're not far off starting to produce milk as well. Puberty is nearly done. Reproduction, so in a couple of months we'll have more baby cows. They're at 50%. Same for those, they'll be the exact same setup. And our chickens are half a pallet of eggs, plenty of food still. Lovely. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If anyone can help me out with just telling me like bakery and how many things per month it runs, I would be eternally grateful. Because it will help us in future episodes as well, and future series. But for now, I'll leave it here, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now, guys.